Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. 7 minutes to count down. Sorry about that lateness. We're ready to rock for you, though. We got it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Pocket Square slipping. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Hope you're having a wonderful time out there in beautiful crypto land. Big pump for Bitcoin all the morning. Let's talk about it. Let's keep our ties straight. Let's get it in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being with the Lifer. And let's talk about it. Let's break it down. What a beautiful day it is to be alive here in Liferville. Man, banging on them 107,420 for Bitcoin. I just sold the top at 107,680. And I'm going to show you the trade we made and why. I told my students it didn't look amazing, but as long as you're above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame and the 1 hour, you got to remain more bullish than bearish. It's very likely you're going to get that move. So with that being said, we got the move. Let me show you exactly how I executed the trade, what I did when I sold, and how I did it. And here's my trade on Bitfinex, 100%. Imagine making 100% gains overnight, 68x leverage. It was a very, very high leverage. You have to know what you're doing, okay? 100%. I've been doing this for a long time and trading leverage now for 3 years, almost every single day till I perfected my own strategies. If you don't know what you're doing trading leverage, please don't do it. You must have a strategy, must have a plan, and you must know what you're doing. All right? It's not for the light of heart. It's not for everybody. You got to practice, 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 and you'll get there. I've made a lot of fun. In the last 3 days, I've made a good amount of money, over $5,000, and I can teach you how to do it from your house. Most people are making, I don't know, $1 to $2 grand a week. You can make a couple grand in a couple days, $5 grand in a couple days, really. If you hone in, and you don't need tons of money. This is 100% gains. If there was 1,000, you made 1,000, 5,000, 5,000, 500, made 500. Whatever you put in there, you doubled up. You do that 10 times, that's a 10x. Everyone's waiting for their double up on an altcoin while altcoins are flat. Bitcoin's ripping right now. I'm going to teach you how to find money in the market, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's altcoins, whether it's Forex, whether it's the NASDAQ. You name it, it doesn't matter. We also trade the NASDAQ. I got my trade ripping here on the NASDAQ that I just gave to the group. I told you I'm the king of 3%. I'm already up 3.8% on my NASDAQ trade. Banging on them to the upside. Can I just get a sound check from anyone out there? Jamie Zeno. Damn, I tested the mic beforehand and it wasn't peaking with distortion. Yeah. I did a whole, man. Shout out to everybody here. Still peaking with distortion? It's weird, man. Still peaking with distortion? Must be just how loud I'm getting if I'm closer or further. I did a whole test too this morning for a nice 10 minutes. I'm never touching Zoom again on this computer. Guys, when you tell me the mic is peaking, I need direct connection so we can get it done immediately. Yeah. Too quiet now, right? Interesting. Bang, bang, bang. I'm just going to go with where I had it on the test and go from there. Sounds decent to me. I got a mixer coming tomorrow, so that should take care of everything. But here's the NASDAQ trade I just gave for everybody, and we're up $100 booming. This is the 6th NASDAQ trade I made. I've only lost one trade on the NASDAQ. So if you're trading with me, you should be 5 for 6 unless you're doing something different than I'm doing. If you're getting wrecked and rocked and it's not working out for you, anyway, yeah, even if there's a 15-second down delay, if I keep talking, it doesn't matter. As long as because you could be 15 seconds behind, but still getting the same sound, because I haven't changed the sound, you get it? So mathematically, it wouldn't matter. Find me the math, I'm just doing the math. Me and you were funny, but hey, let's do the math, right? It doesn't matter if you're 15 seconds behind or not, because you could still be able to hear the exact same sound level. Yeah. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway, God bless everybody for jumping on in. Let's just break down Bitcoin. It's getting a nice pump back to the upside. We might actually get another trade here pumping Let me take a look here on my week's account, on my MEXC account, and see what's happening, because I may open up a trade right now. Taking too long. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Now MEXC too. Man. All right, here we go. Spinning. My internet's super fast today too. I don't know why. I have so many exchanges open. I have freaking BitTinex. I have BTC.C. I have Weeks. For some reason BTC just runs nice and smooth, no issues. BitTinex running nice and smooth, no issues. That's having a little bit of an issue too there. Let me see here too. Okay, new recordings, yeah. Anyway, here we go. So the last trade I made was on BitTinex. I sold right here. Why? I saw bearish diff. See, this is swinging down. I saw that swinging up. Now it was a rising wedge. It could have made a sideways flag and pump. So I just raised my stop loss right there. When they dumped it, I got taken out of the trade. Very simple way to trade. Very simple way to take profits. Okay? You don't, you know what I mean? I don't like sell the top technically. I just keep raising the stop until it's more likely I get the move. Right? And there's Dex Creator too, which eats up. There we go. I want you guys to check out this place if you're ever in Scottsdale, Arizona. The End Never Dies. It's a really cool restaurant owned by a guy in the trading group. All right, he's an amazing guy. He uses no seed oils. This place is blowing up too. He's had a lot of famous people here. He's really interesting, awesome guy. Tell him Sammy sent you. He's a crypto lifer. So if you're in Arizona, go to the Ends. The End Never Dies. The energy never dies, man. And check him out. Oh, no seed oil, amazing restaurant. You'll have a blast. It's blowing up. He's a lifer. He's a crypto lifer. We had a one-on-one yesterday. It was a really good time. If you want to jump into my trading system, the one that I work with, Minotaur, this thing is amazing. It's a bot that runs at its own and actually does trading all on its own. Hit the link here to Minotaur Trading. It'll blow your mind. Or at least schedule a call. I think it's amazing. Let's break down Bitcoin one more time. Back to 107.5, and I'm going to do my top-down analysis with you guys right now so you can kind of see what's happening. But I was looking at the 1 minute, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute time frame. The daily broke out of what looks to me is a cup and handle, which looks like it's about to blast to the upside. I see a rising wedge. I got a lot to talk to you about. I got a lot to show you with what's happening here in BTC land. So first off, we're on the weekly, right? Everyone is bearish. Way too many people are bearish. Sorry, my finger slipped. I don't know what's up today. It's one of those days, but we're going to end up with a bang. Trust me. I just know it. Whenever I slip a little bit, we end up with the best day ever, man. Obstacles create the greatest rewards. So look at the weekly. There's a bearish div here. This is a lot of people shorting the market, saying that's the top of the rally. We're out. Just like this was the ad. It was just like this rally here. So they're saying it looks just like this, but this was this. We had the dip to the 618. We got above supportive resistance. Now we're hanging above supportive resistance. So to me, it's about this key level here, 104.5, 104,463. If we stay above that level, doesn't matter. Bang, bang, bang. But the audio and the music is perfect now. We're ready to go, no matter what. Levels are so off visually. Like visually, this is what I'm looking at, which is crazy. I'm looking at like an extreme peak, even though from the center, even though usually I'm right here. And this, I'm usually in the middle, but I'm way up here. So I don't know. It does, the zoom does something, and it lasts like a couple days, and then 2 days from now, it'll go back to normal. It's a very strange situation. I can't figure it out. It happened on my old computer too, which is very odd. I'm going to start doing the screen shares on YouTube now because of that, because it should it won't affect anything. And I'll just, you know, specifically the one-on-ones too. It didn't seem to do it when I was doing the group ones. It's so weird, man. I have no idea. So anyway, Bitcoin, beautiful weekly support right here at 104,005. As long as you stay above that, we're good to go. We closed 1, 2, 3, 4 candles above that support. This would be the fifth one, 5 weeks above support. I mean, that says something, right? Now, yes, we could still be making this flag here, and we might just be going in, we might be in a very tight range from 104 to 108, 104 to 107, and just kind of do this for the next 3 weeks. To me, that would build up liquidity in the altcoins. You know, Solana, all these other coins would start to kind of get that build up. Then we get the bigger move to the upside and explode to 141,527 for Bitcoin, right? So I see a move coming. That's also a beautiful cup and handle for BTC, right? There's your beautiful cup, right? And there's your cup and handle to the upside for Bitcoin. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. You can't make this stuff up here, right? On a false move Monday. And honestly, false move Monday is kind of out the water when you pump like we did yesterday. You pump on Sunday like that, and then you pump early. We pumped early in the morning on Monday. It's unlikely. That tells me that someone wanted to get in before everybody else and kind of snatched up the price action. Bitcoin pumping from 107,000 back to 105.80, really getting closer to where I just sold at 680. I'm getting some FOMO here for Bitcoin. The 5-day chart, bullish, right? That's a bullish sign here. And I'm starting to say, hey, can we make a bull pennant or an ascending triangle? See, I'm starting to build this idea. And look, shoulder, head, that could be a tiny little right shoulder. It doesn't even have to be that big. You get this shoulder here, you get the head, which is the cup, you get the right shoulder, you're gone. So I'm starting to see some bullishness here for Bitcoin. After the call down at 84,000 off the Fibonacci 618 retracement, we're doing pretty sweet if you ask me. Things are going very well for the lifers in my trading group. Whoever's joining is making some serious gains. I like what I'm seeing. Guy said he joined the group. 8 hours later, he was up double, or he paid for a subscription. He said a day later, he was up 7x on the money he'd put in. Made $700 of the $99 a month. It's $99 a month. We're not even asking for too much. And we're giving you so much. Like every single week, I go over token metrics on Thursdays. Right now, I'm going to be nice. Look, Link, Cpool, Virtual, and Tau are your trending coins. We got Kita, Hyperliquid, Vice, Sui, Clearpool, Solana. I know the hot coins. I've got the data. I got the programs. I know where to search. I know where to find it. I got the bots telling me what's on new exchanges. I've got the NASDAQ trades ripping to the upside. Look, we're up 5% now on the NASDAQ. If you took my NASDAQ call, you are in the gain right now. No one can say nothing to you. And this is my 6th NASDAQ trade. I've only lost one. You've got to give me credit. And every single NASDAQ trade has been public or in my trading group. I've shown every single one of them. I am banging, turning $2,000 into $3,500. I'm going to turn $2,000 into $10,000. I'm going to show you how I do it. We're going to rock and only trading the NASDAQ. And I trade different assets throughout the day. I can trade the NASDAQ while I can trade Bitcoin. I can compartmentalize all my trades in different places. I'm going to teach you how to be an amazing trader. Show up every single day and do what I do, find what I find, have fun, keep the energy high. I worked out today, an intense workout. Every Monday is my most intense workout. Listen to Jim Rohn. Got myself ready for the day. You've got to plan for success. You've got to plan for success, everybody. Put yourself in position to win by creating the environment. What is your environment? It's your setting. Your brain is an environment. You live in it, right? You do. So don't you want to create a good environment in your brain? How do you do that? You work out. You create the proper endorphins. You see, you surround your brain with the positive attitude in a positive chemical situation. Feeling good is chemical. Working out creates a chemical, adrenaline. Adrenaline makes you feel good, pushes you up. You see? Then it motivates you. Working out motivates you. See why I work out every day? Because it's part of my mental process to stay sharp and stay on point. That's why I push everybody to work out. Millionaires, multi-billionaires, the people that really run Fortune 500 companies at a high level. 99% of them work out. Funny. You know, I remember Munger and Warren Buffett saying they never worked out. They just drank soda every day. Everything seemed to be fine. They lived to 90 years old. Huh? Anyway, look at the 5-day chart with the 21 curving. That's looking very promising for sideways price action and a pump. We could get a downward trending flag. We're not out the water yet, you know, and we could get a bit of a cup and handle here, and we may retrace. There's a chance. But after that huge wick to the downside, I feel like that would have been like the up and down that propelled us. You can even see we did hit the 618 Fibonacci right there. We hit the 618 from this wick to that wick. That would be your fib pull. And then we did retrace to the 618. We even just maybe needled in to the 618.65 golden pocket. So yes, there is that extra level where we might be seeing some more price action there. You know, and again, we could come lower, but I like that we bounced off the fib already. I mean, I can adjust it, though. You see what I'm saying? I can adjust it. I feel like it should be really good right now, but we'll see. I like to kind of right here. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I've done a test. What I do is I run a record, and the record tells me what's good. Wow, we're right back to kind of where I sold here. Bitcoin getting crispy, starting to rip. And again, one thing I want you to understand is this is a bull flag to me that broke out on the 3-day chart. Nobody's seeing this. And again, maybe we make a bigger flag. But right now, you can assume that this is your measured move out this flag. And you're going to bounce somewhere to $136,000. It's just very, very likely. It's definitely something that's doable. Bang. All right, so here we go. So low stochastic. Some hidden bullish divergence, right? I mean, we got to swing up here. That is an uptrend. It's an uptrend, but very slight. You see what I'm saying? And you could almost like bring the trend there and say that's the uptrend and there's the downtrend. See? To me, that's hidden bullish divergence. It tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. You see? We'll break this high before we break this low, and it looks very, very likely. 107,590 for Bitcoin. So again, you could do whatever makes you happy, but the breakout is a possible buy right now. Which is, you buy the breakout. As corny as that is, when the price action's hot, sometimes the simple thing is the simple thing. And I'm not a huge breakout guy. I like to get in early. But man, buy the breakout, stop loss here. The chance you get to ride that thing to $136,000. There's a good chance. The daily broke out on the low stochastics. We had hidden bullish divergence on the daily. We talked about it. I even draw the Fibonacci, and we saw that we came to that 618 Fibonacci. So you had hidden bullish at the 618 golden pocket. I mean, low stochastic, MACD turning. Everything there told me we're about to get a massive move here to the upside for Bitcoin. Definitely something that I was looking at for a pretty big pump here for BTC, and we ended up getting it. So the daily looks good to me, and the daily could continue up here, go up and down. I mean, the daily suggests a big move is coming. Stochastics, that's a breakout on the daily. We went over this many times, talked about how just buying this candle right here with a stop inside could play out. Went over the 3-day chart, the daily chart. I even talked about yesterday about buying this candle and just bang. Now let's go over the strategy. Well, we saw a golden cross coming back here. We dump after the golden cross. Then you have the huge pump. I've seen it many, many times, right? The 4-hour. It did the dip. We called the absolute bottom on Thursday night with the 1 hour. If you remember, we put the 1 hour cup and handle, and that ended up giving us the big pump to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Right? So with that, now we kind of have this beautiful resistance, which created support at 106,776. So if I was looking to get into a trade, I'd be watching my 4-hour time frame in the 21-day moving average. The 1 hour too looks, wow. I mean, that looks like it might just rip. You see, like, boom. Massive short squeeze on the table here for Bitcoin. We take a look at, again, they could send us to 108,320. That's where the next area is. Now you got a more red liquidity down at 106.5. Remember, for the last 5 or 6 days, we said 107.2, 107.3. I kept saying we're going to 107,000. We're going there. And I traded up to it the whole time, stayed with the uptrend. We nailed it. This suggests that we could get to 108,300. What is this? This is BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP shows us where the liquidity is behind the scenes. You just see candlesticks. I see way more than that. So not only do I have my supportive resistance, my Fibonacci, and my key insight, but I also have liquidity. I can see where the liquidity is going, what's happening, and where we're, you know what I mean? It's an amazing piece of insight here that'll just absolutely blow your mind. BOOKMAP. If you don't have BOOKMAP, I don't know what to tell you. Bitcoin pumping 107,770, and I ain't got a trade. What are you doing, BTC? And that's why I love my bot. The bot is running The bot had to get back to 108,000, 107K. The bot made a boatload on that dip. I can't wait to go see how much the bot has made. Unbelievable. So awesome, to be honest. Would you look at that? Okay. And then it could get so tight in here, right? So I would love if this would come to the 21, make this flag, and then we get a huge pump later on today. I don't chase. You know, you want to chase here like it's going to rip. Eventually, it's going to come back to the 21 and make a beautiful flag, whether it's a downward flag, sideways flag. If I just wait for the flag patiently, better off, right? But that's what I would like to see. We take a look at our 15-minute time frame. Same story here. We had that rising wedge. We dumped back down, but you can see the buy pressure is strong. And it looks like it may be creating some type of sideways pressure. Could even make a bit of almost like a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder there. You never ask if I'm happy or sad. Never ask. I like that, right? If I'm happy or sad. So you got almost slight hidden bullish here too. That's up. That's an uptrend, but it's not as sharp as that. You have to understand, divergence is more about the angles hitting each other than anything else. The angles would divide each other over time. That is divergence. That's what divergence is, right? So we get a big move there all the way up to 110,482 for Bitcoin. And we get this tight price action here and a blast off to the upside. I'm looking for the 15-minute, and 15-minute could boom right now. Just boom. It may just continue to rip. There's a chance it continues to rip. Let's look at our smaller time frames. They all look interesting, right? And again, the key insight that I teach you, look, the 1 minute's just getting above the 200 moving average. That's our signal. Look, if this morning you just waited and took my signal when 1 minute crossed the 200, that would be right here. And look, this is my strategy that I teach my students all the time. I say it every day here on the channel. I say draw your flag and wait for price action to get above the 200. Wait for the 21 to touch price inside the flag. 90% chance you're going to win money on that. I mean, just bang. I found such a foolproof way to trade these markets. And I don't care what market it is. Look at the NASDAQ. We are ripping now up $190. Another winning trade as the NASDAQ starts to rip to the upside. I called it for you. I told you where the exact... Right here, I said we're going to come back to the bottom and bounce. Then we made the trade and we got the breakout to the upside on the nasty NAS. To the upside. I don't know what else to tell you. I show you how I get down every single day here. No matter what. And it doesn't matter the asset. I trade it the same. I can teach you how to trade any asset in the world. It doesn't matter what the asset is. I can teach you, baby. We can get it done. Wow. Again, man, I started trading the NASDAQ out of nowhere, went 5 for 6. You can't hate on it, man. Like, I'll teach you how to get down in any market no matter what. We do this every single day, nonstop. I love watching my students progress. I love watching people do amazing things. I love watching people do something they've never done before, and they feel confident and amazing that they can finally change their lives. I'm looking for the 15-minute to make a flag here. It looks like it ain't going to stop, though. Like, this is crazy short squeeze in price action here on a Monday. We're close to the 21. Everything is saying yes, you know. Wow, and then the strategy just played out on the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute just bounced off the 200 MA. You're just getting very overbought on the 1 hour. I mean, 2 hour has legs for a bullish engulfing, too. It could just rip. It just, the market structure is a little funny for me. I like to have it make a nice bull pennant. I sold 107,680, and I've been watching this price action now kind of sit. I'd love this to make a sideways flag for the next 6 hours, 4 hours, and then we get the pump. False move Monday, get that move back down. But the 1 minute's near the 21 and the 200. The 5 minutes healthy. Everything looks good to me. You know, it could just continue to pump all the way to 109.5. We'd be so close to the all-time high, that'd be pretty crazy, right? So people don't realize what's happening here because the FOMO was high. You know, the whole world wishes they got into BTC. Where are my lifers at, baby, on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning? People decide they ain't going to trade this summer, right? Man, it's the worst thing you could do is take time off because you never know when it's going to start ripping. Blessed on everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and hanging out with the lifer. Shout out to everyone in the trading group that stays real with me and knows that it's a long process to win and it's not going to happen overnight. May God bless each and every one of you for keep pushing. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So I put the wrong link. No, False Move Monday. Yeah. Okay, we got it. So yeah, I see a pullback for Bitcoin somewhere back down to 107,029. That's what looks likely to me for BTC, right? And then we start this beautiful flag more sideways. And I got to take a moment, man. Dear Lord, thank you for the 1,800 beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for the 373 likes. Whoever hit that like button, it's going to come back to you tenfold. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. You didn't have to do it, but you did. May God bless you. Shout out to anyone that gave us super chat too. Thank you so much for that super chat from Chris. We love you, Chris. Thank you. That's also going to come back to you tenfold. Thank you so much for the blessings. Everybody that's out here on the live, we love you. We appreciate you. I just want to constantly say thank you every single day here on the channel. So Bitcoin could continue to pump, but for me, it looks more likely like it will go sideways, and that was your big move there. 106.8 all the way up to 108,000 basically, 107.8. What a beautiful move for Bitcoin. Seems like it's hitting 107.8, might hang out there a little bit, all right? Is Bitcoin a better buy than it was at 20K? It might be, honestly. There was more risk at 20,000. There wasn't as much money in it. And now it's like, I feel like a 10X is guaranteed to $1 million. Like, just like I said, Bitcoin was going to go to 100K, and I told everybody over and over again, told them to get down at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, 12,000. Every single time, no matter where, I said, hey, this is your chance to get BTC. This is it. And, you know, it didn't seem to happen. A lot of people just fell short of, you know, believing in that idea. And I feel bad because a lot of those people are struggling right now in a tough spot, and they knew me. I was telling them about Bitcoin. They just chose not to listen. They thought I was crazy, or I don't know. They just felt like it wasn't worth it. I don't know. I can't explain it. So anyway, I see sideways price action here for Bitcoin. I wouldn't be chasing. I'd look for this flag to flag out of the 15, the 1 hour, and I'd look to get into that trade maybe in a couple hours. We've been pumping since 7 in the morning. You know, we started actually really 2 in the morning. We started the pump 5 in the morning. The pump began. When I woke up, we were pumping. I couldn't believe it. I sold my trade at 107,680 and went from there. And now we're kind of sitting waiting for our next move. All right. So, you know, just thinking about all the different options. There's so many different exchanges to trade. Why would you trade a certain exchange? Well, certain exchanges are bending over backwards for their people, and certain exchanges are kind of fat. They've been around for so long. They don't really, you know. I'll tell you right now, Weeks is always going to bend over backwards for you and do a lot to make your experience amazing. All right. That's why I really do like trading on Weeks. I keep a good amount on Weeks. You know, I'm not afraid to show you my wallet and say, hey, you know, great place, you know. Weeks is amazing. I absolutely love Weeks. Look, I got $179,000 on Weeks, chilling. All right. And I'm constantly buying Bitcoin too. Accumulating BTC on Weeks, using it to grab BTC. Low fees, easy spot exchange, banging on them. That's where I buy most of my Bitcoin, on Weeks. All right. Right there, I got 0.59. I'm going to make that. I'm going to add a little more right now. I'm going to show you how I buy. You can hit trade now. This would go down. You could hit spot, or you could just hit spot here. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit BTC USDT. And this is just for the very beginner. You just started. You just got in. You want to buy your first bit of Bitcoin, right? I go to the buy order here at 108,806. It comes into the order book. And then I'm going to be buying about $3,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Buy BTC. Okay. That's going to be 0.03 Oh no, I'm restricted from trading for some reason. I'll find out why. Fine, look at it. We'll figure that out. Jamie, I'm restricted from trading. Find out why, please, immediately, so I can trade. Anyway, Bitcoin ripping 107,830. Dang, man, the small time frame looks like it may just get busy here. The 15-minute may just take off. The stochastics look huge. Like, this just may be a massive short squeeze. I don't know, man. A lot of people are going to chase this right now and possibly get wrecked, but those stochastics on the 15-minute tell me there's movement. They tell me this is MEXC, lowest fees in the game. MEXC actually might even talk about coming out with 1,000x leverage, which I'm just like, 500 is enough at this point, right? 1,000x? Insanity, right? I'm on the fence here. I don't like to chase. I will. The 15 minutes says it's going to rip. See how those stochastics, but again, that's just one, they could end up bending, rolling over. We'll see. I'm not going to chase. I got to wait for the 1 hour to do its thing. Already had a really good week of trading. There's no reason for me to chase here. But wow, look at that bullish engulfing candle on the 1 hour time frame. And you can see we got the 21 pretty close. I mean, this thing may just do serious. Again, if it does damage, I'm going to miss out. It's going to rip to like 109. And then I'm going to have to wait for it to flag out yet again. And it probably won't be able to get into a trade till later on tonight. It's not about chasing price action and missing anything. It's about getting your perfect model. I'll just wait for my model tonight at 7 p.m. If you're chasing all the time, you're an emotional trader. You're doing whatever I got a green candle, make me go. If you're jumping into green candles all the time, you're likely going to lose a lot of money. This is not the way to be trading, okay? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying D should be taking his financial advice, but we got to have some type of control here if we're going to be in a market that's this chaotic every single day, up and down, false move money. You have to know where liquidity is, why. You have to know what days you're going to trade and why. What's the best day to trade in the week? Do you even know? We're going to teach you all these things here on the channel every single day. Monday is very likely a false move. It's just how it happens. Usually they dump it, then they pump it, or they pump it, then they dump it. By 6 or 7 o'clock on Monday, the basically movement of the market has been kind of shown. So if you see shorts kind of predicting by Monday at 7 p.m., it's like you can short the market Monday night. But if you see the long starting to take over and you're getting a pump Monday at 7 p.m., it's a good chance you can find a flag. And what will happen is you'll get above the 5-minute 200 MA. The 200 moving average will go in hand in hand with the movement of the market. So if the market reverses back up, you're crossing 200 MAs on the 1 minute and the 5. The market reverses back down, you're going below the 200 MAs. So they kind of predict the trend. Therefore, you can be awesome at trend analysis and not use the 200 moving average, or use the 200 moving average and you know the trend without even knowing the trend. Very important way to do it. It's very awesome. I absolutely love it. It's so key. And it's just very, very insightful way to trade. So yeah, I got mixed signals here on whether this will continue to pump. I wouldn't chase it. I wouldn't chase it because of where the 1 hour 21 is. It's just too far away. And it tells me that we got to creep up sideways. And I trust my 21 more than anything else. That keeps me disciplined. See, while everyone else is bugging out, I've spent years knowing that we're going to come back to the 21. And I trust it with all my heart and soul. I know it's going to happen. And whenever it does, I take the trade. So yeah, I'm not going to chase here. When a lot of people just chased right now because it looked good on the 15, I'm looking for us to go consolidate. I would like to see beautiful consolidation here before the bigger move to the upside. Check my NASDAQ trade. How we doing? We got a pullback there. We had a nice pump, but a pullback. And again, when you're going for 3,000 to 10,000, it's just about making gains every single day. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Are we going to possibly a bullish retest, possibly a nothing burger? We were up almost 250 at one point. I mean, the daily suggests we could win this trade. And we're just going to, we just got to go through some tightness. So I'm going to sit on this one throughout the day and see where it goes. All right. NASDAQ. I see this on the NASDAQ. This rising wedge breaking up to 25,946 to a new all-time high for the NASDAQ, right? That would definitely be a new all-time high. We would rip. We're very close to breaking the all-time high for the NASDAQ. I showed you the shoulder, head, right shoulder, the reversal pattern back to the upside. And this is magnanimous. And shoulder, kind of head, shoulder. That looks like a giant inverted head and shoulder. That has that measured move to 25,946 as well. So I like what I'm seeing here on the NASDAQ. And if you watch my macro technical analysis video we put out every single day, I'm sure that will blow your mind. And God bless everybody that watches that video. We appreciate you. So Bitcoin, looking more like sideways price action possibly here on BTC. And so, wow, though, every time I say that, then it gets a little more, the 15-minute looks like it's just going to rip. It's just, that would be very strange. It's just very strange market structure for that to continue to pump. Let's get back down to the top-down analysis for Bitcoin. So, we went from the daily to the weekly, but the daily looks great. And look at the size of the daily candle now. It's huge. And it's got room on the stochastics RSI for more. The daily could just continue to pump flat in these other time frames. Looks like we're going 108,000 right now for BTC. And I'm sitting there with my, my thoughts in my hands here. Yeah, the 15-minute. See, those Stokes were so aggressive. I could see a nasty short squeeze to the upside right now. BOOKMAP now built liquidity up, and it turned dark red all the way to 108,300. So it suggests we're going 108.3. You can see. BOOKMAP now is the cheat sheet. It's telling you what's going to happen. It's telling you we're going to go up and liquidate 108,300. The shorts just came in. Again, I'm not going to chase this. This took a lot of control not to chase. I really wanted to chase. I don't know how I didn't, honestly. Because, the emotions are high, the pump, it's green, but you can't chase price action. You got to have a plan. My plan is to wait for the 1 hour to touch the 21 to execute. It may take an hour or two. We still got that liquidity. It took us a while to go to 107, a couple days. We had that liquidity up there for a while, so it doesn't mean we're going there immediately. And then we do have longs here down at 106,500, and there's a lot of liquidity down there too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we dip too. Look at that. See, what happened is they rip it up and you get emotional, right? I got emotions. I felt the emotions. I didn't act on them, but I felt them up to 107.9. Right? I was like, oh my God. And then they turned it back down on us, right? So, a lot of people would have chased that. I knew not to chase that. And now a lot of people are getting wrecked right now. Remember, every day you make tons of money trading leverages, someone that's getting absolutely demolished. All right? Just remember that. Did they keep the spot on Mex? Mexi's doing an amazing job. I have to be honest. Of all the other exchanges, they got a great interface that's one of the best I've ever used. It's super competitive. Still in that ETH trade underwater. I'm not giving it up. I'm holding this trade. I've been in the trade for like a week and a half or something since Vegas. So insanity. It's such insane. It's so insane. Yeah, so I'm waiting for this flag to play out for a pump to 110,000. If you're in my trading group, I can't wait to give you that trade, and we'll probably trade it later on today. I like what I'm seeing there for Bitcoin. Let's jump on into coin market cap and to crypto bubbles. Fard coin, big winner in the last hour. Hype is the coin that I traded yesterday. Let's see where Hype is. I gave you a Hype call. I put in some big gains live in front of everybody. We'll see what happened. Kai, or K-A-I-A. Tau up 8%. SPX is another coin we've been looking at that's been Hype trading. And Hyper up 7.3% on the day. So I'm up on Hyper right now. Tau, BitTensor, Cake. We're looking pretty good. On the last day, the altcoins had a nice little bounce. And the last week, it wasn't amazing. Wow, White Rock took a bit of a hit there. But SPX ripping ICP, Injective, Quant, and Kai. In the last month, White Rock was the bigger winner. SPX and Hype up 50%, and ZEC. And in the last year, wow, we're still up a 19x from virtual, a 13,000% gain, which is 130x for SPX. XRP up 3.5x. ETHA up 50%, right? So, and Bitcoin up 55% on the year. Huge. Absolutely huge, right? So far, right? We're not even done yet with the year. So just kind of this gives you a quick, and this is called Crypto Bubbles, gives you a quick little look at what's happening and the market so you can assess it pretty fast. Nice. We may start, I like this NASDAQ trade. Shout out to everyone trading the nasty NAS with me. Shout out to the purple crew. Where my purple crew at? Where my purple crew at, baby? I want to see my perps, bro. I can't see the purple here, but I know you're out there. And shout out to the super chats. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the chats are coming in strong, man. Wouldn't be able to read all that if I wanted to. June 9th, 20 was the first Crypto Lifer video I hit the like on. God bless you, Tori. I love you, brother. Thank you for that. We got, hey, can you check TEMA? It's gone up by 2x within a day. Bullish. Amazing. Funny TEMA. Isn't that horrible little coin that I don't like talking about? Yeah. I love Sam. You've changed my life and helped me remember that I am that guy. Just like you. We are lifers. You are that guy, brother. There's nobody better than you. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. Wow, Matt. Thank you so much for the super chats. Let me take a look at the fan funding here and see what's happening. Purple Peter. Oh, that's strange. That doesn't sound right. I'm not saying that out loud. It's just a little weird, right? So we got Simeon Ivanovov, Bogdo Bloglavsky, all the lifers. Can you spell it, Sam? It means God bless. Thank you. All the lifers, thank you for being with us every day. Greetings from Belgium, BG. I don't know where BG is. Bulgaria? I don't know. BG, British. I don't know. All the love, Sam. Have you changed my life? Thank you, Mad B. We love you, brother. Just read that. Just, appreciate you. Tori, we love you, brother. Can you check TEMA? I don't know. Maybe. Can you check out ETH on the 1 hour time frame from Philippe Milo Salvjevec? We'll take a look at that. Shout out to Philippe. We love you, brother. Thank you. Serbian, right? If I'm correct, Serbian or Montenegro, something like that, right? Oh, no, that's Nikolic. You're Miss Sullivan. Maybe Slavic, right? I think you're Slavic. Sammy, can you check SPX 6900? We'll take a look at that too as well. Does BOOKMAP work for alts like XRP? It does. Yes, it does. And Solana, the main top 10 alts. And TEMA is going to break the all-time high soon. New announcement coming after the 3rd. Wow, you people are fiending for TEMA. Let's take a look here what's happening. So, and let me see if my team will keep a whole list of all this. Slumping on the NASDAQ. I don't want to lose, so we'll see. You take a shot, you don't lose. You take a shot, you don't lose. You take a shot, you win. You take a shot, small loss, right? That's the key when it comes to trading. It's not giving back a lot. Just taking what the market gives you each time and not being greedy. If you're not greedy, you'd be surprised at the results. See, if you chase that 105.9, that thing came all the way back down pretty hard. If you chase that 105.9, so Bitcoin, USD. Bang. So So 107,580 for Bitcoin. Interesting times to be alive. That daily looks mean, right? And I'm waiting on the 1 hour to make a flag before I jump on in, because I know how treachery is, and it's a Monday, and I want to see this thing. And it looks beautiful, though. Looks like a beautiful trade's coming our way. So moving forward, let's take a look here. And follow me at Twitter, at CryptoLifer33. We're giving you guys so much information, knowledge, updates, articles. If you've noticed, we really upped the movement here in Twitter. Shout out to the 38,000 followers. And we post more than almost anyone I know, give more content, more ideas. We put we put polls, we put advertisements. I mean, we are absolutely ripping it on Twitter here. And so, yeah. Anyway, God bless everybody that follows me on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. NASDAQ trade slipping. I don't want to lose, so I'm managing it. Should have taken that 200. It's all good. I do see a pullback here, and everyone will call this false move Monday. I say you pumped for 5 hours, and now you got to consolidate. It's not even today. Is it not acting really like a Monday? It's just acting like normal price action. If it dumps straight down out of nowhere, that would be a false move Monday. I don't know nothing but the fact about ignorance. Anything could happen. I don't see that occurring right now, though. Right? It's not a huge thing that I see happening. Let's take a look at that CME watch tool, and honestly, what are they doing with the Fed rate over here? Saying that when we have our meeting in July or June 18th, right? We have a meeting in 9 days, no rate cut. Ain't going to cut those rates. I just, economy's strong. No need to, they need to see a weak economy to cut the rate. It's crazy. But anyway, I don't see them cutting the rates, and I don't see them cutting the rates in July either. September, it starts to sway towards a rate cut. October, it starts to sway towards a rate cut, higher that we'd have a rate cut than not. In December, it sways that. So December says there's a chance we get 3 rate cuts. Or the third one comes in December, we get 2. And the third, we might get 3 cuts this year. We get 3 cuts this year, it's gonna be insane. Huge pump for Bitcoin. Amazing. So I'm watching it closely towards these end 3 months, and that's when we always pump the fourth quarter. And they're setting it up for the rate cuts to come. And it's just crazy how they always pump the markets from October to December. It's like the same. If you've been watching the markets as long as me, 20 years, there's only like 18 years they pumped the markets during that time. There's been like 2 years they didn't pump it perfectly during that time. It's absolutely amazing how they run these markets, like almost like a system. Same cycles over and over again. People that don't understand the cycle, they get in. It takes them 4 to 5 years to understand the cycle. Some people lose their money before they understand the cycle, and therefore not everyone ever gets to where I'm at, right? Where you've seen multiple cycles and you start taking advantage of the bigger market. See, where I'm at is where everybody wants to get to. Be in the market for 20 years. Now your years of data start paying you. You start seeing things that no one else can see because you've just been in the market longer than them. You don't even have to be that good at it. You just have to have been there. You see what I'm saying? I'm just older than you, and I've been in the market longer than you. So I can see what you can if you're in your 20s or your 30s. Don't beat yourself up that you don't make the gains I make. I've been in the market for a long time. All right? I benefit from that. You'll benefit from being in anything you do over and over again. Bitcoin up 7,600 in the last 4 days. Amazing. Yeah, ripping from 104,000 back to 107,560, up $7,000. Banging on them to the upside. Switching from black screen to this white one is just like the flash grenade on CS 1.5. You'll be all right. You'll make it through, though. It won't be the worst thing that ever happened to you. You'll be okay. You will make it. Trust me. Shout out to everyone that works with me. Shout out to Minotaur Trading. And it was so cool to work with you guys. If you guys want to find out what it's like to have a bot trading for you on the back end, a accurate system that just runs all day, 24/7, takes advantage of the dips, and gets it, schedule a free call today right there with the link to Minotaur Trading System to find out more. I do receive a commission, but I think it's an amazing product that I've been using now. I've turned 1 Bitcoin into 1.3 Bitcoin in under a year, about 9 months of using it. It's been awesome. I think I turned it on, started getting it going somewhere in October, So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, really 8 months, and it's giving me 30% returns. I mean, you tell me what gives you 30% in under a year of passive gains, and I'm not lying. That's a fact. Strike me dead. I shouldn't say it, but 100% I wouldn't lie to you guys. The bot is like, it basically never, the only times it's ever lost when I had to take the trades down to reset the bot because I wanted to make it like maybe more risky at one point, and I had to stop what it was doing. Let's jump into all these super chats. Lakochi, where are these super chats? Let me see them here in the thing. I don't see them here. I got to scroll too far to find him. Is Lakochi off today? Is he not around? I don't see him. Is anybody helping me out with the super chats? Just want to see what's happening there. That's why we partnered with you. Amen. God bless you guys. Yes, truth. I wrote all my profits all the way down in my first cycle. A lot of people did. Feds are cooked always. Jerome Powell can kick a can down the road like no other. It's Ronaldo version of the Fed representatives. Oh, yeah, of course, right? Just kick the can down the road, man. Act like it's never, not my fault. Ain't on me. Crazy, right? I mean, I see something brewing for Bitcoin. And again, I could be wrong on that 1 hour call. We could continue to pump. The daily looks really, really aggressive. That's why I love trading the daily. When the daily looks good, you got to go hard on the daily. When the daily and the 4 hour both are above their 200 MAs and the 4 hour looks beautiful near a 21, that, my friends, is the sauce. Like, that's the sauce. It's all about that 200 MA, the 21, the daily. You'll kick yourself because months will go by and that will be the perfect entry that you'll never get again. Whenever the daily or the 4 hour near that 200 moving average. Very, very important. Let's take a look at coin market cap, see if there's anything kind of brewing here that's sticking out, anything that we want to pay attention to. Interesting, we got Farcoin Hyperliquid at 37. Remember, we got in yesterday on that call at 34.92. I put $5,000 in it. I'm already up on the trade nicely, up 12%. That means I'm up about $500 on the trade already. So that's another $500 to the till. SPX moving like we saw. We kind of saw it was hot using bubble map, but And so not a huge altcoin run right now, but there's a few that are starting to brew. And everyone's kind of waiting on what Bitcoin does throughout the day here. 3.35 trillion. I got into this market when it was 100 billion. $200 billion. It wasn't even, we were all talked about when we would hit our first $1 trillion, and I just can't believe it. Like how fast this market has changed, how much the market cap. We look at the market cap. When I got in, all-time high here. I mean, look at this. We were at $6 billion. Yeah, you're right. When I got in, we were somewhere in 2016. I started trading. Yeah, we weren't even at 100 billion. We were at like $10 billion. Then Bitcoin finally went to like 700 billion. We almost hit a trill, but it was like, no. In 2018, we hit a market of like 900 billion or something. 828. Then we did all the way down. The market came back down to $260 billion. And we talked one day this market's going to be such a big market. And cryptocurrency is going to be huge. And we're just at the beginning. And we were all correct. Everyone that was with me back here, 2016, I started trading cryptocurrencies. It'll be 10 years soon now. This has been my life. Insanity. And to me, that's a giant Livermore cylinder. See? Boom, boom. It's getting tighter, and I see an even bigger move to the upside here for Bitcoin. Interesting what's happening here. They're really... Honestly, we could say that it's creating such a tight flag that it breaks out of this flag here. The daily may just be getting so crazy. So this is something that I may take a scalp on here. And my scalps, I like to trade on BitTenX. Why? Well, I'll show you what. It just makes it very simple and easy to approach a trade. And look, you can see my buy and my sell down, and there's my sell right there. I sold the top, man. You gotta love that. Now, I do feel like I'm FOMOing a little bit with the 1 hour. The 1 hour is not perfect, but it could get pressed. Meaning it stays into a very high area on its indicator and just keeps getting forced to move further up. Whenever making a trade, you want to set up the trade beforehand. Now, we already made a $500 trade today, $460 after some fees. So, if I do that 2 or 3 times today, I'll make it a $1,500 day. I don't want to be giving back what I made, though. Understand? I get to 110. I mean, now we're talking 110,000. Like, it's crazy where the measured moves are starting to get really close to the all-time high. And that's when you're starting to make that mental bank of what's happening here in cryptocurrency. You're like, okay, I see what's happening. And then 107,189. So this is the trade that I'm looking at. This thing is looking mean. And again, I'd use like a little, like, yeah, 170, 165 for 640. I like it. I get back a little more of what I made. I don't like the risk reward ratio here. See if I can go lower. Yeah, it's very, I gotta go below the wick that I want to be below that wick with a 3-to-1, and I don't get it. I get a 2.86 at about 107.34, which is going to raise the risk, you see. I'll lower the leverage possibly if needed too. 2 for 6 now on that. 173 for 5. So I just made a live trade here on the channel in case you wanted to watch a live trader trade live, right? You wanted to understand what goes through the mind of a trader. You know, this is interesting. Some people want to trade. This is just interesting to find out, like your introduction to trading. Not a lot of people are going to show you their actual day, like how they do it on a daily basis, what they're doing, how they're figuring out what's going on. I'm using the 200 and the 21. I'm on the 5 minute. I'm above the 200 and I'm touching the 21. Again, that's my signal strategy, right? If I take that signal more than not, especially if I can understand what the liquidity is and watch where we're going, pretty good move there. So I like what I'm seeing here for BitTinex. I still could lose the trade. I get it. It's a real high risk trade compared to me, a little riskier than normal. I'd like a little more low risk on this trade, but we'll see. We'll go from there. The 1 hour suggests I should just chill and wait, and that's why the bigger trade, like a $100,000 trade, this is a $23,000 trade. I'll 5 to 10x that trade if we get what I'm seeing on that 1 hour. I'm willing to take a shot here. It may be wrong, and we'll go from there. Shout out to the 1,780 beautiful souls here on the live. If I get the likes up to the watchers, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. So getting tighter in here. Can we get the move all the way up to 110,576? Only time will tell. It's a little bit of bearish div here, but I feel like the bearish div kicked in already. And that's why I sold that local top at 680 earlier today, right? So yeah, only time will tell. It could be a more elongated sideways price action, or we could get the bigger push to the upside. It all depends. All right. Did you work out today? Did you push yourself to a high limit? Did you find something deep inside that you didn't know you had? I did. And if you do that every single day of your life, you're going to prepare yourself to absolute greatness. I'm telling you right now. Every single day, push yourself. Every single day, find a way to win. Every single day, do something even harder than you did it the day before if you can. And you'll find that there's just so much, you'll be able to progress. There's a level higher than you're at right now that you don't know you're capable of. You get it? Because this stuff used to happen to me. And once you hit those levels, they give you more levels. And then level by level, you continue to grow. And you'll see changes in your life you never even thought possible. You'll be someone you never even knew you could be. Every day, man. Every single day. We push ourselves every single day. So coins, let's take a look at the trending coins here. And using this and a couple other of my tips and tricks, I'm able to see the market pretty well. Not a lot of green in the altcoins. They're kind of in the middle. SWE is a great price, I feel like, at 330. Anywhere between 280 and 330. Virtuals at 190. Flock, Skate, Wormhole, Pi Network, Ondo Finance. See, these are the most searched coins. Now, here's the most visited. Bondex, Hippo. These are new ones. SharpLink is new. Sahara AI. Plasma. Kudis. These are 4 new coins that not many people know about. Bondex. $6 million market cap. Skate. Sofon. $99 million market cap. And you might want to write these down. Do some due diligence and do a deep dive on them. You can click on them here and find out what they are. Read about them. Let's look at Sofon. What it is. What does it do? SOPH, right? I'm just curious with you guys. That's what we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive here. So the chart pumped, came down, came down. Now it's kind of at the bottom. It's not the best chart. All right. It's a platform built on Validium leveraging ZK Sync's Elastic Chain, focusing on delivering and engaging an ecosystem of applications, particularly in the realm of social finance and gaming. Its architecture is designed to handle high throughput applications, ensuring scalability and efficiency. Developers can deploy smart contracts on SoFund using familiar tools like Hardhat and Foundry. Interesting, and it's 0497 today. Doesn't get me going too much. The Plume network keeps coming up. You may want to look up Plume and find out. It's a layer 1 blockchain designed to integrate real-world assets into the blockchain. It supports diverse asset investment, including art and green energy, while offering fast transactions and low fees. They tell you what they're going to do. They got a core idea, and they stick to it, and it seems pretty simple too, like it's doable. 107,893 for Bitcoin. Trade starting to go our way a little bit. We were up, I think, $30 at one point. We got a little spike there, but again, as long as we keep going sideways above 107.5, we are bullish. We'll continue to rip here further to the upside. I'll tell you a little story about trading, okay? In my lifetime, NASDAQ, let's get back to that NASDAQ trade. Okay, we're back in the green there, 133. We were never not in the green, but we're back in the healthy movement here. Back to the upside here for the NASDAQ. Absolutely lovely. I like what I'm seeing on the nasty Nas. That NASDAQ, baby, that NASDAQ. Let's see here if I maybe make sure I'm signed in, Interesting. So yes, here we sit. And again, don't feel the need to chase. We could easily come back down here to 107.571, start to get tight. That's the thing, and that's why my stop loss is pretty deep. I need to give this space to make the pattern, right? It's more, that's why everyone's like, they're up and down. But I don't mind being down on a trade if I understand what's happening in the market structure. Again, it's key to nail it from the very beginning. Like, that's likely going to come down, and I could probably get in it again, right? And then I can redo this trade at another time. But you never know. I don't like giving up. I don't like losing, though. I'd rather, see this come back down and get tight later on. If I feel like the probability isn't in my way, I'll just jump out. Right now, I may just jump out of this. I don't have to give 175 back. I felt FOMO in the smaller time frames, but maybe, there's a chance that we go more sideways on the longer one. I've got indecision, and I don't need to chase. We already made gains today. I gotta stay calm. Remind myself to stay calm. No anxiety is needed. One step at a time here for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the DXY and see what's happening to the DXY today. I'll keep the Bitcoin chart. I never want to really move that. Let's take a look at our DXY. I see the NASDAQ ripping. I see the DXY in this descending triangle. Let's talk about it. So it had a bear flag. It barely retested the bear flag. And now it's in a descending triangle. These break down 90% of the time. They have nasty dumps. So the DXY suggests to me that it's going to dump out the descending triangle. Kind of a shoulder, head, right shoulder too. And that's the measured move down to 96. And when it loses 100, that's a big deal. It's psychological. It's when Bitcoin loses 100K. Everyone's like, oh no. That's going to be a big deal for the DXY when it loses that key level. Let's get the likes up to the watches, everybody. Where did everybody go on this beautiful summer? Decided not to watch YouTube anymore. People are outside. You get less viewership in the summer. It is what it is. But man, we're at 1,800. The market is ripping. I'm blessed. Can you believe we have 1,800 beautiful souls here on the live? 1,800 people here on the live stream. Thank you, dear Lord, for everyone you've sent our way. And keep learning, everybody. Don't stop just because this is the summer. This is the time to keep pushing. This is the time to keep going. This is the time when everyone takes the time off and wants to hang out. This is when you go harder and work even more, right? Trust me, man. Everyone else is sitting there wishing they coulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, So, yeah, that looks bearish to me on the DXY. Let's take a look at Tether dominance and see if the money's flowing out of Tether. This is important. You want to look at Tether dominance almost daily, really. And look, I see a bear flag for this. I see a shoulder, a head, possibly a right shoulder. It may come up a little more, but to me, that's the beginning of a bear flag. And that's dumping, and it's going down to where I called it to go. I mean, this is beautiful. Tether dominance to absolutely collapse. And then Bitcoin dominance, if it's alt season, would be collapsing too. If it's Bitcoin season, it's going to pump. So what I see here, now it is a symmetrical, it could go either way, but it looks like one more big pump for Bitcoin. This propels Bitcoin to about 130,000, 140K, right? Remember, it's the Bitcoin show right now, and I continuously stack BTC. All right, it is what it is. There's no other way, nothing else we can do. Okay. Shout out to everybody out here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Wow, I mean, even the 4-hour looks like it may continue to pump here. This is very interesting. Very interesting here. 107.70 for BTC. That flag plays out. I could see a huge pump coming for BTC. I'm very cautious with my money. I don't like to lose it, as you can clearly see. So everything seems fine here. I got a trade open here on weeks now. So I am not restricted from trading. I don't know if that was a glitch or something, but everything seems fine now. I got a futures trade open on here right now. I just opened up a futures trade, so it's ready to go. Seems like it's just something on spot. So we'll look into it. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm all set, as you can see, right? I'll open up that 5-minute scalp too on weeks, and I'll rearrange it. But I just opened up a tiny trade. I wanted to make sure that it was working, you know. And it's all set to go. Okay. And again, I trade on MEXC for lower fees, weeks for great liquidity, and for awesome customer service, BitTinex to scalp the small time frames, and BTC.D to trade the NASDAQ. But you can also trade Bitcoin. You can trade anything you want here on BTC.D. They also have Tesla. They also have Apple. They might even have some Forex pairs that you can't get anywhere else too. So check out BTC.D. It has options that you just can't get anywhere else. If you set your stop loss here and you just hit advance, it's going to show you the numbers here that you need. So you can scroll, set it up, and then go to advance. And it's an extra step, but it will show you exactly kind of the, you know, you can see where you're risking, what you're losing there, and that's pretty awesome. So that's where you want to see that, because that's good information. You really need to know that for proper risk management. Otherwise, you're going to be slipping. All right. So Bitcoin pumped from 5 a.m. to about, 8:50, and then it kind of got the sell off because it was huge. Then it went sideways, and this is kind of where we stand now. Then we got this secondary pump, right? And now this is kind of where we're at. So I wish there was awesome price action right now, but it's not. It's a bit sideways, but I definitely see a trade brewing, and this is why you got to be in the trading group. Go to CryptoLifer.com to follow me and shadow me. Hit subscribe, and you can see everything that I'm talking about. I'm up late at night. I'm up early. We're going over so much every single day. We do not stop. No day. I haven't taken a day off since February of 2021, and even then I was working 5 days a week. It just wasn't the weekends. But we started going 7 days a week somewhere down then, and we never stopped. We keep pushing for each and every one of you every single day. If you serve others, everyone, if you make your business a business that serves others, you're going to hit huge heights in life that will be absolutely amazing. So just keep pushing, keep making it happen, and you'd be surprised, man. The next thing you know, everything starts going your way. You're going to achieve all the goals and dreams you ever thought possible. Let's take a look at Hyperliquid and see what's happening with Hyperliquid. So we've looked at Tether dominance. We've looked at Bitcoin dominance. We looked at basically, good idea when alt season could be. We still do not have alt season there. You see, alt season is going to be a bit different. Look at Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid broke out the flag to the upside like we discussed. And I made this live trade for you on weeks. And let's just go back, because weeks, when I went to the wallet here, on MEXC, I called it weeks. When I went to the wallet here, And we'll see here on spot. There's spot trading, right? The spot trading has been awesome. Let's take a look. And look, we made this trade live with you guys. You got a stop loss and a take profit. My stop loss at 29.4, the take profit at 67.48. We're in the trade, going well. We made the trade yesterday, if you watched, on the channel. Here's the live trade, everything kind of set up. Our entry was sitting at about 34. I think I got clipped at like 34.92, right? Was it the 34.80, something like that? We did get the spike. We'll see what happens with price action, but that's a bull pennant. And stop loss below there, 29, going all the way back up to about 57.93. Looks like I could even, I'm going for 67 if we get there, but I'll probably end up selling 57. But so this is what I see happening. This is, I believe, one of the hottest trades in the game right now. Yeah. So I gave the trade live to anyone who watched my channel. I was super nice about it. It's actually up right now too. So you do whatever makes you happy. And I didn't give a lot of trades besides Bitcoin. This wick is whacked. They got to get rid of it. It was an API glitch. Not every single coin, wicked. It was something to do with TradingView. But Solana, I see a big bounce coming for Solana. I said it the other day. I said this could be your last chance to buy Sol ever, really, before a huge pump. Support or resistance right there, a bit of a double bottom. I see the flag pumping. Then Sol consolidates, and then, and only then, and a big rippage up to about 273, somewhere by the beginning of August. Could take some time here for Sol to get the bigger pump. Shout out to all my lovers of life here. Put a 333 if you made gains in the trading group. So no one's putting out the super chats, right? ETH, SPX. All right, so we lost Lakochi today, huh? All right, I'll do the super chats myself. Love learning. I know you attempted to do it, but it wasn't. He's like on point, right? He's not easy to achieve his attention to detail. So we got TEMA, we have SPX 6900. We do all the super chats here. We do not skip them. So I just want to make sure, if we haven't got to it yet, we're going to go through thoroughly for you and make sure we get them done. So I just want to make that really clear for you guys. We don't skip them. We make sure we get them done. Someone keeps asking about TEMA. We'll look at it. I'll look at it. Let's take a look here at TEMA. Yeah, this was this raccoon. I mean, I don't have it. I don't want to buy this coin. I think this coin's horrible, bro. It came up, it had a huge run, and that was it. I think it's dead. Like, that's me, though. God bless you and your coin, man. I hope it does well. I'm not into it. Please don't. You can't pay me to like a coin. All right? Just because you send in a super chat does not mean I have to like it, talk about it, go over it. I want to make that very clear. It's gone up 2x within a day. Yeah, because it's worth penny. It's worth 0.00000. Come on, man. That's bullish to you? I don't know. I'm all set. I'm moving on. God bless you, bro. But please don't shove TEMA down my throat again. I love the super chats, but I'm all set, man. And you know this, too. We've gone over this many times. I love you, though. Go, it's all good. It's just not my cup of tea, man. I'm all set. That thing was just sell the top and move on, bro. That thing was a wrap. SPX 6900, one of the hottest coins in the game. Bottomed down at 24 cents. Ripped all the way to 134. A 6x right there for anyone who paid attention and was able to buy the absolute bottoms. There's opportunity in this market. And a 6x from March 13th. So March, April, May, and June, it took some time. It just made a flag and broke out. To me, the plan was to get in at that flag, and then we had the bigger move. We have major resistance at 157. We have major resistance here with the bounce as well. Looks like it may continue to pump, though, on that daily. Look at your 1 hour, your 4 hour time frame. Yeah, they look very good, and that's a nice rising wedge here. Kind of ascending triangle. The ascending triangle is beautiful. Like, once you get the uptrend, it's just such a nice looking pattern, right? Like, look at that. Then you take your measured move. And we did go over this coin. We figured it was one of the hotter memes. Go back to 163, S&P 6900. I see it just, probably flagging out, but eventually headed to 162 before it makes its bigger pullback or sideways price action again. Yeah, this is a hot coin. People like it, and the price action checks out. Nothing wrong with it. Does BOOKMAP work for alts like XRP? Yes, it does. Yeah. Someone says, can you look at Trump coin? Let's take a look at Trump coin. So I see this is a beautiful buy for Solana right now. Like one of the best chances to get into Sol before everything changes here. Like, and again, I could be wrong, but I love this trade right here. Sol looks absolutely beautiful for a pump to the upside. And you're talking Sol like 156 right now, 155, 154, 156 for Solana. Solana, baby. Solana. Okay. Let's paste that into the alt section here. Sol USDT. Okay. Yeah, I really like Solana right here. Beautiful. And I have a huge bag of it. I'm long Solana, so yeah. I'm long Sol. I'm long on Sol, baby. Wow, Bitcoin getting crazy again. Looking like it's looking like it's going to break out of this flag, and I just don't have a choice, And I got to just trade this trade again. I got to take the shot, because if it rips and I miss out, so be it. I got to take the shot. The charts are telling me what I got to do. No emotions. You just got to do what the charts tell you to do. You can't force things. You can't make up your own plans. That's an inverted head and shoulder with getting tight probability there. I better stop talking and get myself into this trade before I miss out. 107.34, yeah. I got to be willing to risk it for the biscuit. I'm about to just risk what I made today on this one. I'll risk about half on it. Now I'm limping in at 890, right? If the limit doesn't get hit, you just raise it, and I'm in now, all right? That looks like we're going to pump so hard to $110,000, I got to tell you. And it doesn't make sense. I don't even see the liquidity up there. It does look like they're going to dump us back down. It could be a false move. I could be chasing. But, I mean, now we're starting to see some bigger liquidity, right? It actually goes all the way up to this blue line, 114,000. So, like, there's a bunch of short stop losses up there. And, look, if you want me to really show you, look, we can... I mean, look at this. We've got a short up at 114,490. We got a bunch of shorts here. Like, liquidity is crazy. We changed the tick size, actually, on my configuration. Price display, 10 ticks, right? 1 tick. I'll stop this and reset it again, because that's what, once you mess with it, it'll get a little chunky. You have to reset it. All right. It's over. You just open and close it. Not a big deal. Shout out to BitTinex for the ease of use and the amazing interface. Like one of the best interface of any trading platform I've ever used. Like hands down. The sounds, the liquidation price really big for you. Your stop loss, showing you everything that's happening. So there's no like question of what's going on. Drag and dropping, seeing your percentages on your take profits right when you're putting it in. Like if I put 120K here, I want to know what I'm going to make. You know what I mean? If I have a stop loss at 104,000, I want to know what I'm going to lose, and I want to see it immediately so I can make a split-second decision, not have to click another button, like an advanced button or something like that. This is like every exchange right now should be working to get their entire team to redevelop their interface to be on par with this one. If you're not, you're going to fall off. All right, I'm just telling you all to your face. I don't care how much money you're making. I don't care what's going on. MEXC has basically the second best comparable. And then it kind of goes from there. And we're telling them all, you guys got to get your interfaces up to the highest standards, or like, you know, if you want to work with the lifer community, you want to be with me, you got to get your stuff up. You got to work as hard as I am. Every single day, all your details got to be fine-tuned. I'm not working, you know, that's it. I work too hard to work with someone that doesn't work every single day. Yeah, like if you want to be my business partner or be on par with me and work with me, you better work 7 days a week like I do, or there's no reason for me to meet you halfway. It's just not fair to me, right? Same with you. If you're putting in 110%, but your partner isn't, it's not fair to you. That's not fair. Find someone that's going to meet you and work as hard as you, or you can't do business with them. This is why a lot of people have issues with their business partners. One person is carrying too much of the load. Eventually, it doesn't work. It happened to me in one of my businesses. You know, I knew more about the infrastructure. I knew more about how it happened. I understood more about the actual business. So, of course, more fell on me. That's how it worked, right? I was basically mentoring and running the business. Wow, this trade ended up turning to nil. But no worries, not a big deal. There's not a lot of risk on the trade, which is a really good sign, right? So future's still working here. And look, I'm actually up on the future trade. I just tapped in there. I wanted to make sure it was working right. Everything was going well, right? Still a little sketchy. Still could be some bearish div. The 1 hour tells me to chill and not to chase. I keep chasing, but I'm waiting. I don't know. The 1 hour looks good to me too. Like, even though like we can consolidate, chance we never do go lower than the beginning of where we're at now. So I'm willing to take the shot because the 1 hour actually looks developmentally pretty nice. And so we're back to that 5 minute tight flag here for Bitcoin. We make it exciting, we make it fun, we make it educational every single day here on this channel. Let's get to 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes would change the game. 742 likes, baby. We love you all. Let's go. We're getting whatever we can out of this market. It hasn't been an amazing day. NASDAQ's been up and down flat unless you go in heavy leverage with everything you had, right? It's just not there. I want to get you ready for the week ahead. We went over it last night, but I'll keep going over it every day to make sure you're privy to what's happening. Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, we have core CPI. Month over month, core CPI month over month, and CPI year over year. That will cause volatility. You will see the market spike up and down in a crazy way at 8:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. All right, it's definitely likely going to happen. I see it highly likely. So get ready for that. Don't be overwhelmed if you see something like that happen. It's very, very possible. Okay. And it's like almost guaranteed you're going to get volatility at that moment. I mean, we see it 99%. If we don't, it's 100% you're going to get volatility there. I almost, I guess I can't say anything's 100, but. And then Thursday, they switch it up on us and they give us core PPI, month over month PPI. And then unemployment claims at the same exact moment, all coming in at once. That's a lot of economic data to pound us with in 2 days in a row here in the summer with low volume too. So I just want you to, that's a great place to get liquidated. That's a great place to get liquidated. Just be careful. All right. Just be careful. That's all. I want to get you ready for Wednesday and Thursday, 8:30. Put a sticky note, put it on your desk, put it somewhere. Because I've told myself and knew about it every day. Then I got into a huge trade, up 68 leverage, things are ripping. And of course, when I'm in that trade and my heart's racing, I'm not able to access my memory the same way. And then in that moment, I forget about CPI. And next thing you know, I'm not taking profits. I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Well, why did my trade just go? And I should have been paying attention to CPI data. You get it? So I just want to put that out there to everybody and make that real clear. Okay? All right. So I always go over that Sunday night to get us ready for the week ahead, but then I keep going over it every couple of days to kind of keep you guys situated with what's happening. 5 minute, just getting tighter in the flag here. It could easily make a dump. This could be some type of an M pattern, but this is why it's called proper risk management. That's why it's called a P&L, a profit and loss. It's not a P&P. Nobody just keeps winning. All right. Even me with a lot of my wins. Look, that was 777s right there. It's funny, right when I looked at it. Even me with a lot of my wins and I'm still going to lose. I'm going to lose in the next couple weeks. It's going to happen. How I lose is important. How I manage the risk and how I basically understand that it's just part of a bigger percentage. That's what you want to be looking at. You don't want to be getting stuck on, oh, I lost all this money, and sitting on your losses and just letting the losses really consume you, because they will. And then you're thinking negative thoughts, you're projecting negativity, and you're actually going to bring more negative things into your life. Facts. These are facts. This is what happens. This is just, the mind will create your reality. So if you think about a lot of negative things, you're full of worry, pain, anguish, you're going to get a lot of that. That's what's going to happen to you. If you think about beautifulness, projection, you're constantly in a state of gratitude. So what I do whenever I'm in a state of, like, I'm not sure, my mind's a little frazzled, I don't know what to do, I just get on my hands and knees and start to pray. You know why? Because I know that gratitude leads to abundance. So when I'm not sure what to do, I just begin to pray. You see, it is the best. I just gave you, I believe, the greatest life advice you could ever have from anyone in your life. You're sitting there, you're not sure what to do, say thank you to God. Everyone, we're on our way to 98,000 subscribers. Please help me get there one step at a time. Heck, help me get to 97.5. We'll start small, then 97.6, and then to 100,000 subscribers. We seem to have flatlined here. You see? Just like, come on, baby. We flatlined at right here. I don't know what it is. The last 3 days, people decided, you know what it is? I think school's out. I don't know, man. People just decide. We've been ripping, hitting huge trades. Bitcoin's been pumping. No reason for us not to continue to rip here. So God bless everybody here on the channel. Help me get through this flat line for whatever. Look, we've been on this multiple uptrend. Now we're just starting to just get this plateau. It's been tough, man. Every single day. It's not easy. I need each and every one of you to subscribe. I need everybody to support me. I greatly appreciate that if we can. Please hit the subscribe button. Every one subscriber adds up. Every grain of sand makes the beach. I do this every single day without a day off for 4 to 5 years to get where I'm at. It's been insane how hard I had to work to get here. And I want you to understand that nobody cares. There's no crying in baseball. Thank you so much for those 3 people that just hit the subscribe button. You people are blessed. And remember, I want to show you something about life and perseverance. Look, when I started my channel, I flatlined for a long time. I started in September 9th of 2019. I kept going. Within a year, I had a little over 100 subscribers right here, something like 170 subscribers. A year from there, which was May of 19. Yeah, a year from there, which was September. Wow, in 2 years, I had gained almost 12,000. And then it continued to grow and grow and grow. And now it's been 5 years, and here we are. So it's been a long road coming. Everyone that subscribes to the channel really helps me in a huge way. Look at this, man. Look how long it's been taking me to get where I'm at. I desire everyone to hit me up with that love. I desire to be a part of something bigger than myself, and I desire you to hit that like button and that subscribe button to change my life. I can't do it without each and every one of you. I can't get there without you hitting that button. So I gotta serve you guys, and you guys can help me, and that's basically the relationship. Is there 15 billion liquidated at 115,000? Yes, I've been saying that. Mr. Lifer was wicking above 21 on the 1 minute for SWE about 14 or 21 minutes ago. Something to look at to get in for a pump, perhaps. Possible for you, yeah, maybe, if you're looking at SWE. I DCA into SWE. I haven't been really swing trading it. TA and ICP, please. So let's take a look at SWE and ICP, and we're going to get all your super chats done, everybody. I apologize. I think Lakochi's sick or something. We're missing somebody today. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just didn't see it. I don't know. It could be me. I always blame myself because it's easier that way, right? So look, I looked at SWE for a move. It tried to come in with the stop loss, did not. Dipped a little bit, came back up though. Now it's basically back at break even, but did not get stopped out. If you're still in the SWE trade, I still see SWE getting very tight in this nose here. We just have to make sure it defies a head and shoulder, because if that happens, we want to see it get tight in the nose and then break out. Don't be tight in the nose. What if my nose is extra tight? No, but seriously, can we get all the way up here to about 6 I think it's very possible 533 would be the first take profit on the swing trade. I look for us to consolidate tightly, and then I see SWE booming to the upside. Only a matter of time. SWE continues to pump, and I got a trade on it here. You heard it here first. SWE, baby, SWE. Shout out to Kurt Shore. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Kurt, did you get in the group? Is everything working out? I remember yesterday you had some issue with getting in the group, if I remember correctly. And we're going to keep rocking through this fan funding here and see what's happening. It's 11:43. I can get you 200K, be a guest on the 48K pod. I would love to, man. Email me and I'll be a guest on the podcast. I would love to. Maybe you already did too. Email us again. Harass us. No, you know what I mean though. Remind us overwhelmingly. We have a lot going on. We're in the middle of, we just moved to a new home, all right? A new summer home, and it's not ready yet. Like, the pool has to put a fence around. We're out there late at night looking at the pool stuff, like I told you guys. I'm doing a lot all the time. We got the power washer over here. We got this, we got that. We're redoing the landscaping. We got to get cedar mulch. We just got to do a lot of different things. And it's never ending. So on top of running the business, we're getting this stuff ready too. It's our first year here. This year is a lot of work. After that, things are going to start to come, basically become second nature. But this year is going to be a lot of setup, a lot of putting things together. Wow, that's a beautiful flag on ICP that did break out. I see it headed to the 200-day moving average. Whenever these get chunky, you pump up to the 200. I'd look for ICP to head to 747. Then it'll probably cool off, come back to the 21 before its next big pump. So that's SWE from John Blake, and that's Max with ICP. Any thoughts on major crypto exchanges lifting USA restrictions since we now have a crypto-friendly admin? As an insider, have you heard any info about when we will have no restrictions again? I have heard rumors of Binance, the big boy, coming back to the United States. Yes. And I believe it's going to be within 7 to 10 months. But that's the biggest rumor I've heard. I've also heard of BitGet rolling out a United States campaign. So those are the two things that I've been hearing about on the low, right? Yes, I have heard some rumors. Thank you for asking, man. It's a great question. Shout out to U.S. crypto algo trading in the game. Shout out to Carl Emil Carlson. He asked, Dear Crypto Lifer, thank you for showing up every day. I lost 48% of everything I owned in 3 months. And with your guidance in 3 weeks, I am only down 9%. King. Unbelievable. So he lost 40% of everything he owned in 3 months. And with his guidance in 3 weeks, I am down 9%. King. Only 9%. Like you clawed back is what I'm guessing, right? Shout out to Carl Emil Carlson. I love you, Carl. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Trying to rise from darkness each day. Thank you. Don't try. Just keep doing it. I love you, Kurt. Can you look at Trump coin from Keeping It Real? Let's take a look at Trump coin. Showed signs of life there at 12. Seems to be bottoming around 10, right? Let's take a look at what the charts say and see what's happening. What's happening now? Last time I looked at it, I wanted it to consolidate with the bounce. It didn't. It fell out the flag. As you can see to the up, it fell out the flag. And that's why I set up my consolidations. If it consolidates, so be it. If it doesn't, we leave it alone. So here you can see that we wicked right to this point, and we have a bit of support there because we've hit it. A little bit of resistance there too as well. I see a falling wedge, and I also see kind of a mangled Adam and Eve. Very well may be the bottom there for Trump coin. It could be the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder that propels us further to the upside, somewhere to about, 2237. You get me? But anything is possible. I don't know, right? We have resistance here at about 1599.16. And you got a resistance right when you come up. It's a cup and handle, right? There's your cup. There's your handle. It's in a falling wedge. I've never been a huge fan of the coin because of what happened when it came out. It's always got me feeling kind of funny, so many coins got absolutely decimated. And again, it's not political to me. It has nothing to do with how I feel about the politics. And I'm not even going to mention it because it's not important. It's not about, the focus is not the politics right now, so I'm not getting into it. What I am going to get into is the fact that, you know, this coin basically took all the liquidity out of every little coin, right? It does look interesting. That's a low, a high, a higher low. I got to tell you, it's got a higher percentage of pumping than dumping. So it looks more likely like it's going to 19 than anywhere else. Look for this to make a right shoulder. I'll zoom in to show you exactly what I'm seeing, but look for this to make a shoulder, a head, and some type of right shoulder before it breaks on out of here to the upside. Trump coin. Thank you so much for the super chat from Keeping It Real, 24 times 7. Does BookMap work for XRP? It does. Sammy, can you check SP? Let's take a look of XRP on BookMap. I'll show you how to find the instrument and add it to your chart and take a look at what's happening here. That's a great question. Let me answer that thoroughly. June 9th was the first Crypto Lifer video I ever hit in 2021. That's amazing. Shout out to Tori. At the all the love, Sam. You've changed my life and helped me remember that I am that guy. You always were and you always will be. Sam, can you check SPX6900? Yes, we'll take a look at those. Or that, I should say. I might have gone over it already. Let's just double check. SPX. Wow, I mean, the last time I put it out was right there with the flag, you can see, and I called it going up to about 119. Entry at 63. Why? Resistance, resistance, resistance. We were just going to buy previous resistance and let it fly. Beautiful trade to the upside. Absolutely played out nicely. The 3-day chart was a little extended right now, though. You can see, as it's been on a massive tear. It's up basically a 6x, right? Almost a 5x. From 30 to 145, right? A little under a 5x. So it could do damage for sure. I like what I'm seeing. It's away from the 21-day moving average on the 3-day chart, which tells me that there's some pullback coming. I would pull a Fibonacci on this. And possibly we get, you know, some type of flag. And it could be an uptrending flag because it's looking very bullish. Whatever's going to happen, I'm going to set alerts. I see it. And again, maybe it just rips. You know, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I don't want people to take what I say as, you know, is it. Like, is, you know, end all of end all. Everything he says is it. But, you know, just looking at it, thinking about it, I did have a gain on it. Aha. No need to have a gain on there, honestly. That's why. See, now I know what was happening here. Check. 1 2 1 2. And now I'll never know. But that should be perfect. I had a gain up on that. I just flipped the audio a little bit. I flipped it a bit. So now I gotta ask someone what you think. Well, let me know. Okay. Yeah, I just flipped the audio a second. Make sure I'm not over peaking, Jamie. It looks like I'm slightly over modulated, but I don't want to be too low. Right there looks like the perfect place to be on my levels, but we don't know for sure anymore, right? Anyway, all gravy, baby. Shout out to my lovers of life out here and everybody kicking it with the lifer. Yeah, I must have had a gain on there. Yeah, I had a gain on there, like a massive gain. I think it was saved from when I was at, that's what happened. I added it when I was at Sin City because they didn't have the same type of amplification. And then it got left on, right? And I didn't remember it till I traveled because it was only on this computer. But still, something does happen with Zoom, you know? Okay, SPX 6900 ripping. One of the hotter coins in the game, too, for sure. Right? One of the hottest coins in the game. So, yeah, I just thank you guys, everyone, for subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate that. I don't like to waste any time, really, on the channel screen time there, but I really thank you. It means the world to me. I can't do it without each and every one of you. There's no way I can get to those highs and hit 100,000 subscribers. I mean, they're making it so difficult, but you know what happens is, this is what I found out with YouTube. You might go flat, and then one day you get like 500 out of nowhere. And so I'll break through. I just keep pushing. We will break through. We will break through. This trade's still looking beautifully flat, like no reason to get in or get out. I mean, it's looking just tight. I just don't see how this doesn't explode. Looking very likely for a move to 110,000. Then we're going to be very close to the all-time high again. And then people are going to start talking about 120K, the liquidations, the shorts. And honestly, I'm so long Bitcoin, it's ridiculous. We'll see what happens. But I'm so long Bitcoin, baby. I'm so long Bitcoin. I like all this opportunity out here today. And I know that we are the opportunity. We're going to find the gains by trading every single day. Listen, we already made a trade last night. It ripped to the upside. Again, just trading the one thing I want to say. The trade last night was very simple. It was a flat, it would double bottom really, but it was above the 200 moving average, touching the 21. And you can say it made a bull flag, like a little flag there, and then that was gone. Just amazing. Measured move, Bitcoin 107,784. It held the highs. See, Bitcoin pumped and it's still where it was the entire stream. It didn't give back any gains. That's bullish. When you consolidate after a massive pump, there's a good chance you're going to see some bigger gains that day. I might go all in on this flag in a little while, like 100K, and just see this thing rip. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're going to take a look at that and make sure we didn't miss any super chats out here today. Shout out to Simeon. Shout out to Mad B. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to Chris. We looked at TEMA. We looked at SPX. Shout out to Philippe Milosevlevec. Shout out to Crypto God. Shout out to Carl Emil Carlson. Defend the shorts. Does BOOKMAP work for alts like XRP? Oh yeah, that's one thing I wanted to show you. Was how to add XRP here. So we're going to go to plus. We're going to go to symbol. We're going to go down here, and we're going to type in XRP, right? Binance Futures, Binance, OKX, and this is what we want here. And you have spot, and we're going to take the futures. Multi-book, right? Because we want to have it from multiple exchanges. That's why we take BOOKMAP data on the perp. The tick size, 0.001, a little small, 0.01. You know how, 0.01, right? Add historical data on the cloud and subscribe. That's gonna give us XRP. All right, just give it some time to load. It's got to find the data and start getting it in, right? You may want to shrink the tick size too as well. And the liquidity is not as easy to find or big because it's just, but you can see here if you scroll down, you can see there's a lot of liquidity up there. Enough to get us to 230. There is some here too down. It's mixed signals on XRP, but it does say it wants to go to the red, right? Wants to go up to 227, 228, and further to the upside. So just like Bitcoin, it wants to ride, right? Now they have a huge liquidation down here at 106.5. So, hey, we could get a massive reversal to the downside even, everyone. I'm not in 100 grand. I don't have a massive trade open right now. I'm still kind of watching price. But it's looking more bullish than bearish right now at the present moment in time. I'll tell you that. Shout out to anyone that gave me a super chat. I appreciate that. Send it, lifer. God bless. Jesus loves you. Goat. God love you. No dramas, mate. Thank you. Lifers, let's blast the brand today. Copy, paste, and repost this on your socials to spread the movement. I stopped guessing and started projecting. The charts don't lie. Thanks, Crypto Lifer. Yeah, copy, paste, and repost this on your socials to spread the movement. I stopped guessing and started projecting. The charts don't lie. Thanks, Crypto Lifer. Thank you for saying that, man. And say thanks, CryptoLifer.com, if you really want to go hard. Join the 99 and learn to trade like a beast. Crypto Lifer, join the 99. No days off. Tag Sam. Tag the crew. Let the world know who's running the charts. Dude, I love this. He's sending $10 to help me run a marketing campaign. Man, you're the best, brother. This is how much love I get from the world, everybody. People send in $20, 2 different super chats to help promote me. Copy, paste those. Take his ideas, send them to socials, let people know about me. Create a poll. Will the subscribers surpass the Bitcoin price? We will at one point for sure. Can you take a look at ETHA? We'll take a look at ETHA. ETHA? Is that ETHA? ETHA. Like, no, that's ETHA. iShares Ethereum Trust. You know, that got rejected by the 5-minute too, but it's in that same flag. It breaks the 5-minute, it's going to rip and go on a massive tear. And it's got support or resistance. Previous resistance became support. I don't see how this thing doesn't boom, and ETH is about to rip. Speaking of that, let's just take a look at Ethereum. We're going to take a look at ETH BTC. This is how we know altcoins are going to actually struggle or pump. Wow, ETH BTC dumping. It's Bitcoin's turn again. Look, it lost the trend line and started to drop. Made the bear flag and said no way. So people want more Bitcoin than ETH. No alt season just yet. No alt season just yet. Wow, the heat came on, huh? It got that cold. Smell the heat right now. Hold on. I smell the heat. I don't know why. I hope it's not my computer burning. But that's a bear flag there for Ethereum. And let's take a look at ETH USDT. ETH on the tether here. ETH USD on MEXC. Again, that wick does not exist. So I'm still long ETH in this flag, see? I'm still long on Ethereum in this flag. I'm going to 3,700, 3,800. I got my stop loss down there at 23, and I'm in this trade until I win. I see it coming up, consolidating, and starting to rip. Late June. It says late June could be the beginning of some type of alt pump here. That's what I see happening. And then we got, can you check VELO Labs? Wish you a wonderful day. God bless you, Stephen Mallet. Hype looking nice or no? Yes, we went over that already. Hype looks absolutely beautiful. I gave a hype trade yesterday. We're still in it. Okay. We're going to check that NASDAQ trade in a second. That's the next thing I'm looking at. And we got a lot to cover. We got Bitcoin, the NASDAQ, altcoins. We go over strategy. We talk about Fibonacci, retracements. We look at the VRVP, support or resistance, the 200 moving average, the 21. It never stops. Are you ready to learn with the Crypto Lifer? I love y'all. Sam Price, baby, every single day. So VELO, I see bouncing back to the top of the channel. I'm not going to trade it or touch it. I think there's better out there. But that's what I see happening to VELO. It's the top of the range, the bottom, top, bottom. Quick. I see this thing headed further back, somewhere to 1.15. Look at your 1 hour. Is your 1 hour above the 200? Is it flagging? That's what you want to look at. So look for it to bounce back in the top of the pattern, make some nice triangle here. And it's got a beautiful measured move up, and it's above the 200. That looks bullish to me. I just need to see it bounce and consolidate inside the nose. Right? So I don't want to skip off here without really being thorough with you. So look, I mean, you want to see this get tight. A breakout on a retest would be the less risky area to get in. But I do see bullishness in the air. You're above you got the golden cross, and that means you probably have a golden cross coming on the 4 hour now. You do, see, you can see. Eventually get a golden cross here. If the golden cross is here, then that means price is going to end up that much higher than it is, somewhere right around here. So yeah, I see bullishness for this. It looks good. 4 hour, 1 hour, everything looks good. You got to just get that bounce and consolidate. And then it's ready to roar to the upside and have a massive move on out. Uni brother Sam, what are your thoughts on Zebek? I think Zebek comes back down to the 618. You guys have asked me numerous times. You can go tomorrow and just go to yesterday's live stream and take a look at the timestamps. Everyone, all my videos have timestamps below them. I want to make this clear. I don't think people realize. And so even if you miss a stream, even if you ask me a question, but let's say you're at work, you ask a question, the boss comes in, you got to bounce. That's okay. Come back to the live and hit up that timestamp, and it's going to give you my basic, what I see happening for the next few weeks. ZBCN, I see breaking. That's a descending triangle. It has 1, 2, 3. It's got like a quadruple bottom, but the more it hits, the more it's going to break. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe it breaks out here. So the key is, if I was going to swing trade to get in, I'd break out and retest that level, then that's money. That would be, but it looks more likely it's going to come back down here. And then I got the Fibonacci drawn. And it's very far away from the golden pocket. You know, it was far away from the golden pocket. So look, let me just show you something. The next time you're in a huge pump on the daily, and you're in a coin, everyone says it's going to keep going up. I mean, you're away from the 21-day moving average. Pull your Fibonacci and then start saying, well, we're going to come somewhere back down. We're going to come somewhere back down to the Fibonacci level and to the 21. It's just what's going to happen. You know, and that's going to happen 90% of the time. And now here we are, right, with the pullback. So I'd wait for it to hit the 618. Looks to me like there's more going. It's going to drop a little more, hit the 618, and that's the full consolidation. Sammy the Goat, may you please take a look at Edge. It's around 71 cents. Thanks. Is it dead, he says. Let's take a look at Edge. Definitive. Mexi. First thing we look at is on the weekly, and we take away the moving averages. I got to see it clean. On the weekly, it's just been consolidating nicely. That's a low, that's a high, that's a higher low on the weekly. That's a bullish sign. You can also do an uptrend, right? And you got that kind of hidden bullish divergence there. You might get it on the daily. Yeah, you got hidden bullish on the daily. Is that swinging down, that's swinging up? Then you pull your Fibonacci from the low to the high. And you see we retraced off the 786 Fibonacci retracement. That's a beautiful thing. So this all, I mean, so whoever bought that deserved to win, because they got in at like 7 cents and now it's up about 25% to 10 cents. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of it. The price action's pretty wacky. But it broke out. I would do something like this and see if it can consolidate inside the bigger flag before it breaks out. So you're looking for it to kind of get tight and then do a bullish breakout. Measured move takes you to 20 cents. I likely would not touch this thing. You know? Hey, Sam, ETH had 29 million inflows while Bitcoin had outflows last week. It seems to me like we're setting up for an alt season. All that is needed is for Bitcoin dominance to drop. Yeah, but I showed you what's going to happen. We're likely going to get that big pump to 120, 130, and it's not going to be alt season just yet. Well, people keep FOMOing for Bitcoin the way they FOMO for altcoins. It's just not going to happen, right? Let's get 1,000 likes in the live stream. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody here. Where's everybody, man? We had 2,300 people on the stream every day for months. Every time to the end, baby. I'm so blessed, though. I just got to always be happy with what I do have and not focus on anything else. Dear Lord, thank you for the abundance of my life. Thank you for all the beautiful people here. It gets slow on the summer, man. People don't want to sit in front of their computers when it's beautiful out. And it's beautiful out around the whole world right now, right? So it is what it is. It's just what happens. There's low viewership on YouTube in general because people don't want to be inside. They want to be outside. But I got to tell you, there's money to be made out here. There's money to be made. Wow, I like the NASDAQ trade. We still may win this one a nice 500 if it goes well. We're still in it. We're still going sideways. We're still in it to win it. And let me see if I can add that BTC here before I jump on out of here. Shout out to everybody here. I'm always buying Bitcoin, and I do it to prove to you that I just, I love my BTC. I'm not giving up. Bitcoin, 107,800, looking very, very nice. Looking very nice. Still tight inside the flag that we projected. High likelihood now that the Stokes are low that you're going to get a huge rippage out of here. 110,000 is my target for Bitcoin. 110K. We want 110 and we want it now, right? 100%. Also, Weeks is adding new coins all the time like Mexi. So when altcoins get crazy again and you're looking for the hot coin, it's likely that Weeks is going to have it. So that's why we want to make sure. That's why I like Weeks too. Just even for the spot altcoins, you got to know what exchanges are going to have what you need at the right time. And you don't want to be fumbling the bag at the last minute when, So let's see what happened here if we're okay. Yeah, something happened to the spot account. I don't know what happened there. And it could be a glitch again, but yeah, I'm not able to buy spot at the present moment. I don't know why. Is it something I'm doing? It could be user error, right? Yeah, see, I don't know what's happening there. Something's going on. Futures are working fine, though, so no worries. Anyway, God bless everybody here on the live. Shout out to anyone that uses any of my links, Weeks, BitTineX, BTC.C, or MEXC. And man, that thing looks like it's about to do damage to the upside. I tell you what, that looks like we're about to moon. 1 hour wants to continue. Yeah, it looks like the 1 hour could just loop up too. Pull the 21 with it. Interesting times to be alive. Follow me at CryptoLifer33 to find out more insights, articles, deep dives, ideas, and anything else coming your way. The ETH trade's starting to pump nicely too and go the way we want it to go. I like that. So I'll keep you guys posted. You see the trade that I'm in right now, and I'll keep you posted from there. But I see a pump coming in the next, 10 to 20 minutes. I almost want to stay live because it looks like we may get this pump. We very well may get the pump. Only time will tell, though. No guarantees. Wow, amazing. I'm just amazed. I am amazed. And on top of it, we made the trade last night. I sold the top. Or basically, I sold 680. We're only about 200 bucks above, but you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Everybody, you gotta believe in yourselves to be a good trader. You gotta push yourselves every day, and you gotta have a plan. It's gonna be a very hard life if you chew yourself up every week, get liquidated constantly, and have no risk management. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. It's crazy. Even this, I configured the video and did my zoom in there, and there we go. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I'll catch you guys all tonight, tomorrow. I'll take it all day long in the trading group if you want to kick it with me, but I'll catch each and every one of you later on tomorrow at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we're going to break it down again and live trade, have some fun, and find out what altcoins are going to pop. We are still trading altcoins. There's still money to be made out here. I've made thousands of dollars in the last few days, and I showed you exactly how to do it. You can pay the bills with these coins, and with technical analysis, you just got to believe in yourself and want it more than everybody else. Everybody, I love you. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Stay fresh. Stay squared up. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, the secret to success, you know what it is. I asked everyone that ever made it. You know what the secret to success is? It's getting started.